Well, it's not medical talk, but it's real life. I mean, people understand that, and we can be annoying the body with smoking or other kinds of toxins, or too much stress, or too much sugar, and if we, too many medicines, which I guess is another one of the toxins. All of those things slow the body down.
Yeah.
And we're not feeding it right because we're eating stuff that kind of looks like food, but in the last analysis really isn't. The nutrients aren't in there. So the body's looking around for vitamin B6 and saying, guess what, there isn't any here. So, some process won't take place.
Yeah, and when you have those gaps in nutrition, lots of things don't happen the way they're supposed to.
And inflammation is the cause of a lot of chronic disease, and a lot of that goes back to just those two things I said that we have some control of, and that's the good news. We don't have to wait until we're in such awful shape that we're dependent on crisis medicine to try and bring us back from the hairy edge.
Yes, that's so true. That's so true. One thing that I did want to ask you before we leave this segment is stress. Everything is so dependent these days on how stressed and how erratic everybody's life is. So when people don't get, proper meals, proper snacks, I mean, how does the body react to that? I mean, if they say, I don't have time for breakfast, I'll wait and have something at lunch. And then they say, I don't have time for dinner, I'll eat something right before I go to bed. Does the stomach and all of the indigestion problems have anything to do with those gaps and those prolonged, periods?
Well, the stress is the big one, because anybody who's ever eaten a meal when they were really upset with somebody, you do not digest that meal. It just sits there and is talking to you hours later, because the body is sending its energy to the muscles for that flight or fright syndrome. It's ready to punch somebody or clench your jaw, whatever it's doing. It's not working on the meal. So that's part of the problem. The irregularity of the meals, I don't know that is much of a problem as the fact that when you skip a meal, you're much more likely to hit the vending machine or eat something that really is nasty comfort food, because when your blood sugar gets low, your body says, not going to die, give me something that will get my blood sugar up, and it's probably the wrong thing.
That's very true.
And as far as eating before you go to bed, it takes 2-3 hours to empty your stomach. So if you're going to bed with a full stomach, two things happen. One, the food is less likely to digest, and without running uphill into the esophagus and causing heartburn. And secondly, your body's energy is busy working on that meal, so it's not going to be in a position to repair and do the other work that usually takes place while we're asleep.
That's very true. That's very true. Well, thank you, Martie, for being here with us and doing these segments on heartburn and acid. And Martie and I will be together again on December the 4th on her radio show. So if you guys want to tune in, go to radiomartie.com and you can find out in your local area what time that will be on for you. And we are looking forward to talking on that day about Stretch for Pregnancy, and also just with another physician about pregnancy and birth and delivery. And so tune in for some helpful hints if you are a pregnant woman, or if you're looking forward to anticipating a pregnancy, and get some good tips. And so we'll see you then. Stay healthy.